Hello, viewers out there. I welcome you once again on our program, Parenting as a Sacred Purpose. Namara Lilian Egeri is my name, and today we are going to discover the three stages in the way we can understand our children. First one is through conception. Conception is a powerful stage, both if you read in the Bible, but also in the traditions. In our tradition, in the African tradition, when you were married, and the moment you conceive, or when someone would conceive, they would talk to your partner so that both of you remain faithful. But that's when they would get herbs, give them to you to bathe them. They would perform certain rituals, which would not understand, though not all of them were actually meant for good purpose. But that would explain how powerful conception was in someone's life. And I can tell you that even today, conception is a powerful stage. A stage where God speaks once you're carrying the baby inside, but also it is the stage where the devil takes advantage. If it realizes actually you do not understand what is happening. Remember, the enemy works in a way that anything you don't understand in ignorance is where the enemy performs better. So, today we are going to dig deep on understanding the power of conception and how it can help us to understand our children. Remember, I told you there is a difference between knowing parenting and understanding parenting. Now, today you're going to understand what I'm talking about. When you conceived, ask yourself, what had happened before and what happened after? Most of us, you can think of it, look back. Did you conceive when you had planned it? Did you conceive with a pattern you were really planned to have a child with? Was it an accident? Was it a rape? Their situation, you could have aborted and shortly you conceive. You could have conceived when you're struggling with an addiction, and can be any addiction. When you were expecting, what things were you consuming with your eyes, with your minds? There are people who watch pornography when they're even pregnant. There are people who want to be in clubs from morning to evening when they are pregnant. There are those ones who have a lot of bitterness when they are pregnant. So all those things that we look at and think they are not very important, those things affect our children. If you were pregnant and your partner is cheating right, left corner, do you know that could also have an effect on your child? So today, I want us to understand that stage is a powerful stage. It's a stage even where God reveals things in the dreams to help you, to guide you, to pray over them. But if it finds you that you are in that stage and you have not valued it or you have not understood it, you can dream something and say, anyway, that was a dream. Maybe because I was watching this movie. Probably, it will go away. So those are all things we need to pay attention to look back and ask, when I was carrying my child, why is it I kept on dreaming of this? You dream a snake around your child and you just leave it that way. You are carrying your baby, but you dream when someone wants to take your child. You dream when something is snatching your child in the womb. Then you just laugh over it. You say, that's just a dream. You dream a crippled child. You're pregnant. All those things have a meaning. They have a meaning. And that's why you see that at a certain point, our elders, long time, they would tell you, don't travel beyond that part. You want to go for a very long journey? They say no. You're very heavy. You want to go and bury? They say no, you can't go to bury when you're still expecting. Don't associate with this person. We never paid attention to all that they said. And now it's going to be time for you to ask yourself, why did they mean that? Do you know they can bewitch your child when he's still in the womb? Did you know that you could dream your child crippled, and by physical the child is not crippled, but the spirit is crippled? A snake, they could be initiating your child into devil worshipping. You do not know. So when you go through that before and after, when you were carrying your child, ask yourself, what did you go through? How was your relationship? So you need to look at yourself as the whole life, both spiritual and physical. Then look at your relationship with your partner. How was it? Was your partner there for you, or your partner was abandoning you, rejecting you? Were you rebellious? How did you handle the situation? Look at the words you used to speak when you were carrying your child. Were they words of life or words of death? And what do I mean? This pregnancy, I hate it. I wish even I aborted. I don't know, I wish this child would be. I hate boys. I wish this child is a girl. You haven't known. So, look back at the words you were speaking. How were those around you relating with you? For example, your in-laws, your family, your neighbors. Were you always in loggerheads with people? Were you in quarrels with people? Look at that. Because if you connect all these things, you'll come to understand that whatever you passed through, it wasn't for you alone. Remember, there was someone inside your stomach. You were let's say like you were a packaging bag, but there was a product inside you. So how the packaging bag is handled outside affects the product inside. Just imagine you have this biscuit packed in a very nice box. But you get this box, you don't open it, you keep on boxing it, pressing it, punching it. You're going to open the biscuit inside and you find it smashed. But the package on top may remain okay. It remain attractive with all the directions, with all the ingredients, with all the words, with all even the names of the product inside. So equally, that's what happens when you're pregnant. Now, look at our parents. Do you know some of them, they have scenarios that never run out of their minds easily. They say, I never forget this child. What this child did to me. Then you might ask, Mom, why? Says, that child pained me. That child pained me. Everyone thought I was not going to make it. And then before you realize, they even named the child that situation. They named the child the situation. So, if a parent cannot forget such a situation, then it means there are things that they connect with that situation. So remember, as a parent, each one of you, and especially mothers, their situation you cannot easily forget. If you had forgotten them, the situation you see in your child and you start connecting with, how? But this thing, I dreamt of it. I thought it was just a dream. So today, go back home, go in your inner room, and start connecting to what you went through before and after. And ask yourself, how does it connect to my child today? Because if you aborted before you conceived and you did not go for repentance, did not get delivered, there is a mark that will manifest in your child to remind you that there is something that was not dealt with. And don't take it in a wrong way. God sometimes allows the enemy to deal with us, though the enemy's plan is to destroy us, but God uses that situation to heal us, to deliver us, to save us, but also to save our children. If you were in a situation where you were very bitter, very moody with everyone, very annoyed, go back. You'll see some connection with your child. That's what I was telling you about understanding your child. Don't look at every situation in your child like it is a habit that is learned from school, a habit that is influenced by the neighbor's children. But try to start asking yourself, where does this originate from? Is there any connection between this habit and this habit? And don't get me wrong, I don't mean that every habit, but 90% of what our children are, it started when they were inside our womb and when they were still young. The only thing is that we do not most times understand when they are still in the wombs or when they are still young. But when they are big, it manifests bigger because it has now grown, it has gained power. And the children are also now big. You see that? So, if you're a mother out there, try to go back at conception time and see where did things not go wrong. What are these things that manifested? What are these things that affected you? What are these things that affected your partner? How was your setting in your whole area? And you will know. If even you read the Bible, Mother Mary got to know things, powerful things, manifestations through the angel when Jesus was still in the womb. Look at Rebecca, the mother of Jacob and Samuel. She got to know that the children were actually fighting when they are still even in the womb, and when they grew up, it manifested. And because she had known earlier, it helped her to know how to help her children. That's why quickly she helped to tell the son, Jacob, go away, Ale, go away from here. Because she had got the revelation in the time of conception. See, Joseph, when baby Jesus was still in the womb, he was planning to break up with the Mother Mary, and to leave the child abandoned at the early stage. What did the angel do? The angel explained to him. So that shows you that the time of conception is a powerful stage. A stage where the enemy is fighting, but even a stage where God speaks to us as parents. So today, know as a parent, you have the power. God has given you a gift. That gift was not meant to be a problem. But it is a gift God that wants you to understand how to use, to value it, how to help it, how to make use of it. Your child could be the way of you to be delivered. Your child could be stubborn today because there is something you did not deal with at a certain stage. So that is conception. So if you're a mother out there, I ask you to take time for the sake of your children. And that's why I tell you that a formula of just avoiding and suppressing children will not work on every child, because every child, the time you conceived them, the time they were in their wombs, they experienced different challenges, because you also experienced different challenges. They are different because the situations you went through that time are different from each one of them. The years cannot be the same. The setting at home cannot be the same. The pains will not be the same. So you cannot apply this formula on the same. You can't apply the same formula on all the children. You will know that this one's bitterness could have originated from here. It's the time when the man rejected me and got another woman. So you get to know where that bitterness originates from. It started from the time the child was in the womb. And that's when you will know how to apply certain and how to help your child. So I hope this video, you find it helpful to help you to save your child, to help your child, and to raise up your child. Otherwise, God bless you. Bye bye.